today I'm talking about the Half and Half Nots, season 3, episode 7. If I'm just gonna talk about what I remember. They still investigating Amanda's death because, the last time they said it was, a homicide or whatever. So they still investigating that. Veronica, being the bitch she is, talking shit to the police like usual. The DA end up coming and they tripping that she there, but hey, she just like a DA. What y'all want her to do? And then she was saying how Wyatt is still a suspect because of the little girl's murder, and they was like, well, you got somebody, and she was like, it's not enough evidence, so his ass still a suspect. So I'm like glad that shit didn't get closed off, because Wyatt need to pay for what he done. I'm sorry, like, I don't think he should be able, they should just write this off because this girl killed herself and that should be done with it. No. Especially if you want the half and the half nots to keep on going on. Leave that story open so we can come back to it. So that was a good look. So yeah, why they doing all this investigation, all this other stuff is going on. And I was like, okay, well, we see how stuff be lasting. Like, we in episode 7, and it seemed like it's only been like 4 days, probably 3 days. I'm just saying. Just keep counting, I'm just saying. But let's get, okay, Candace is still at the damn hotel spinning up every damn thing. Ward goes to see her, and Candace gives him an extra $50,000. He pumped up because he don't know the damn truth. But I'm like, girl, like, I'm mad at Candace on this one, because if it wasn't for Ward, like, all of that shit wouldn't have been possible. So for you to dog him out, I'm like, girl, you better have one second eye open, because when he find out, you gonna be in a world of trouble. A world of trouble. And I think that's fucked up, because that's somebody that was supposed to have been loyal to you. And you being from the hood and being in the game and stuff like that, you need that one person that you can be loyal to just as well as you. So if anything pop off, he got your back. But when he find out, girl, he gonna do you worse than that damn, what's his name? Quincy. He gonna do you worse than Quincy gonna do your ass. I'm just saying. She trying to, talk to him about the tow truck company and all that, and I'm like, girl, he gonna fuck you up. No, okay. Wyatt is a fucking asshole. Like, this is why I want him to go to jail. All that shit he was doing to Jeffrey, that shit he did to his daddy, I didn't give a damn. I'm like, you drunk, you mad, you crying like a little bitch boy, whatever. But that stuff that he was doing to Jeffrey in that kitchen, and he was like, kiss me, and Jeffrey was like, what? And then he was like, oh, how we can make, or, get back at our parents. And Jeffrey like, no, like, hell no, like. And I was sitting there getting mad, because I'm like, don't play with his feelings like that. You know how Jeffrey feel. You know he saw. Don't play with his feelings like that. This is why I want his ass to go to jail and really see how he feel to get kissed by a man. Since you want to play with Jeffrey's feelings. But what else I want to talk about? Let's talk, okay, the end part where Landon tells Candace about everything that happened with Veronica, and how she a bitch, and how he can't stand her, and how he set her up. And then he ended up telling her, it was a success for Jim because he didn't have to, deal with anything because of the tragedy. And Candace is over there like, what tragedy? What are you talking about? And he's telling her about Amanda, and Candace ass left. And I'm like, I know you ain't going over there, Candace. Like, come on now. I know, come on. I know that was your homegirl and you liked her a little bit. But don't be stupid enough to go over their house. So, anyway, I'm just saying. What other part? Before because I'm leaving the good part to the end. So, the other part that wasn't that much was Benny. He went to do this tow for this girl named Erica, and Erica's pissed off, and she just wants this car away from her. Apparently, her boyfriend gave her the car, and she just want to get rid of it, and so she ended up selling it to Benny for $500. Benny was like, hell no, I don't believe this shit. Like, we got to get something, like, and, we got to have some kind of proof. So he did a video of you know, the transaction or whatever. And I was like, okay, that'll work in the court of law. I'm just saying. But, yeah, then he gave it to his mama. Well, I understand because he was like, I don't want you walking, you know, getting up at 5 in the morning to be at work at 8. And I know how that feels because my car just went out. My alternator just went out on my car. And, like, for a couple of weeks, I was taking the bus, getting up at 6. No, I was leaving the house at 5:30, getting my kids to school by 8, and having to, you know, do that and pick them up from school and catch the bus back home. That shit was hell. So, hey, I wasn't, you know, couldn't get mad at Benny for giving his mama that. I was starting to tweet my son like, hey, you see that part? Like, hey. I'm just saying, public transportation ain't no damn joke, especially with the crazy people that's on there. I'm just saying. But that girl Erica, either they gonna set her up to get with Benny, or she gonna be really out. I don't know. She kind of was a little suspect because she didn't want to answer no questions. She didn't want to give up her last name, no none of that. But I'm like, okay, Veronica and them only have one child, right? Do they only got one child? Because it could be their long lost daughter, or it could be one of the side chicks. Well, I don't know, because he's such a punk. But then what if they write that in? Because she's going to be known to some damn body. I don't know who. But she going to be linked to some damn body. Now to the best part. The best part that gave me life on the show, because everything else was like, whatever, was this whole thing of Veronica trying to first put Celine out. And I'm sitting there like, she ain't going nowhere. She ain't scared of you. Celine was reading her like, bitch, I'm not scared of you. I'm not going nowhere. Fuck what you're talking about. And then Catherine spills the beans. She spilled the beans on why Celine thinks she got the power she got. Why do she feel like, you know, she's justified in not leaving, and she over there hugging on Jim and rubbing on Jim, and, you know, so she was like, damn, you fucking him? And she was like, well, yeah, kind of she was, but now she ain't got too damn old for him. And then Catherine lets it be known that Celine got 2 kids by Jim. One Wyatt age and one a 7-year-old. And if they fire her, then she's going to go and tell. But at that point, Catherine didn't give a damn. Catherine was reading her ass and was like, you better go before I drag your ass out. And she was like, I'm not going nowhere. Next thing you know, Catherine started reading the shit out of Jim, talking about April 7th, 1979. That was the title of the show. And she just was talking about how when she first met him, she fell in love with him and all of this. But then that was like the worst day of her life because this motherfucker ain't done nothing but bring her misery. But the way Catherine was talking, I was scared. I was scared for everybody in that room because I was like, this bitch head about to start spinning. I'm just saying, like, oh my God. Like, I was really scared for everybody, even myself. And I wasn't even in the damn same room. But Catherine was, I was here for it. I was over there. I was tweeting. And I usually don't tweet when it's on. But I was tweeting because I just kept saying, oh my God, like, yes, I'm here for it. And next thing you know, she told Jim to make her leave. And Jim told Selena to leave. And she still wouldn't leave. Next thing you know, Catherine charged her ass like, I felt like I was watching Love and Hip Hop. I was like, what the fuck? Is Mona somewhere around with this ratchet shit? But hey, one thing I can say about Tyler Perry fight scenes that it be looking like some real fight shit because she slapped her and then was dragging her. And then when I just thought about Veronica and beating up Maggie, I was like, both of them some hood chicks. Both of them some hood chicks while they trying to act like they so rich and classy. But come on now. That shit was funny. And then the funniest part is afterwards, she was like, I need a cigarette. I was like... I was here for it. I was so here for Catherine dragging Celine because we have been waiting on this since the first season for Celine to get drugged, and she finally got fucking drugged. So I was here for it. Kudos to you, Tyler Perry, for that one. I'm just saying. I'm waiting, you know, for next week. Oh, no, at the end of the episode, we find out that, you know, it wasn't a homicide. It was actually a suicide, so it gave them some kind of you know, ease or whatever. But when Jim asked to see her, and at first they was like, no, no, you don't need to see her for your best interest. And then they ended up bringing her body down the stairs instead of taking out the back way. So Jim was like, no, I'm going to see her. We need to see her. I felt so bad for Catherine. Catherine just looked like her whole body just wanted to pass out and faint. And it seemed so real. But yeah, and then Jim broke down. And it was just sad because to lose your child, I couldn't even imagine. To just lose, I just couldn't imagine. And then when Benny went home to give Hannah the car, she was sad, and she ended up telling him what was going on, and cause you know, she found the body, so she was feeling some kind of way, and I'm just like, wow. And then she was like, take me to your sister. And I was like, I hope this bring them back together than keep on you bashing your daughter like you wasn't a Christian about to fuck some dude. I'm just saying, like, don't act like you wasn't about to thought out too, and then be throwing that up in your daughter's face. I'm just saying. But yeah, y'all tell me what y'all thought about the Half and Half Nots season 3, episode 7. Make sure you check out Ashley Miller and Mike B801. They both do Half and Half Nots, so make sure you check out their channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, Xbox Live. I do everything about the Ghetto View, THA, not THE. And talk to me. We can keep the conversation going. I enjoyed this episode just because of Hannah. I mean, not Hannah, Catherine. I was so here for her. Making sure I didn't miss anything, but I don't think I did. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Alright, peace out.